Alright lads, so today it's a new month, and with that we have a new set of limit breaker quests to tackle, and in this case, it is obviously working a tad bit different than usual. It's been out for a day now, so you might have already gone ahead and done it, but it's a super easy quest. And with that, this quest in particular only does feature Quincy characters, and more specifically, there's only 2 minutes. So you have to be very fast to try and get as far as you possibly can. I would have loved if this actually had a 5-minute countdown to see how far we possibly could take it, but since it is only under 2 minutes, every second does count if you are trying to take it as far as possible. Our goal for today's video, by the way, is to get into stage 25. With that in mind though, because this is a beginners friendly limit breaker quest, the rewards themselves are a tad bit lower than usual, and with that in mind, the rewards themselves are easier to acquire. All you have to do is get to stage 16, which is easily done, and overall if you do complete stage 16, you are getting yourself 50 spirit orbs, which is what we usually do get, and 310,000 transcendence points. So it's basically half of what we usually get in a month of limit breaker. Usually we do get 600,000, but keep in mind, this quest is only here till the 11th. Usually limit breaker lasts until like the 17th, 15th. So I'm assuming here, since it is leaving earlier, we likely are going to get our usual limit breaker quest of the month, the more difficult version. Once more, in the Byakuya showcase, they do actually show Byakuya in a limit breaker quest, one that we've not had before. So we're potentially getting 2 limit breaker quests this month. And if that's the case, I definitely welcome it. I would love having more quests like this, especially an easy one and also difficult one in any month. Because one, it means more rewards, but it also means everyone can benefit. Those that want that difficult challenge can do the difficult content, and those that want to have an easy quest, try out any character they want, they can also do that. And that's basically potentially what this month of limit breaker quest is going to be. So with that said, the team that we are using today, right, are these 3 characters. You're going to see many different teams online of everyone just using different characters. But I would say the most important character, if you are trying to, again, take it as far as possible, is going to be Soifun. And the main reason for that is because she does have the team party buff, where once you get 60 enemies defeated, you then give your characters, any character in your team, recharge in between stages. That way, everyone can spam their strong attacks, and because you're pretty much one-shotting everyone, even the poised enemies, it can allow you to get into upwards to stage 25. And since slot 3 rules is melee damage times 2, we are going against technic enemies. It makes Soifun the best character in slot 3. For slot 2 and 1, you really can just bring your best melee character. That's really about it. You don't have to care about killer. You don't have to care about attribute. Just bring your best melee character. And in my case, I'm choosing to bring in Yachiru. For slot 1, same thing, right? Attribute and killer really doesn't matter. The only thing that you really have to look at here is ranged damage times 2, so bring your best range character. In my case, I'm kind of just choosing to use Byakuya. He's the new character, he's fast enough, and he also has some really fast strong attacks, and that's basically the main reason why I'm using him. For those that are wondering about the build, though, again, it really doesn't matter all too much, but we're just using the standard stuff here, a lieutenant's badge, T-set, and also fortification build. Links, of course, are going to be a mixture of recharge, full stamina, strong attack damage, etc. And that's basically the case for all 3 of my characters, right? They're all using the 5-star plus badge, but it really doesn't matter. Standard stuff, just strong attack damage and recharge. What is important, though, is going to be the bonus abilities, because you do want to give your character long stride. In Byakuya's case, he doesn't have it built in, so I need to give that to him. But in the case for Yachiru and also Soifun, they already have long stride built in. But remember, early this year, at the start of the year, they did change it so you can give your characters double long strides. Since we're already one-shotting, we don't really need that extra damage. So we're honestly better off giving our characters like Yachiru and also Soifun just that extra bit of distance in their long strides. And that's what I've done for both of those characters. So that's the general setup. Let's jump back into the quest and see if we can reach upwards to stage 25. Alright then, so first up, Byakuya, we're going to just SA1 straight down. Lucky for us, it's the first time we are seeing maps like this, where it's the 1000-year Blood War Quincy map. And it makes it pretty good for characters with beams because we can just basically spam all our strong attacks. Or just use one strong attack straight forward, right? Kind of messed up there having to use 3 strong attacks, but that's not too bad. Let's go up here, SA3. That takes down that entire wave. Soifun is a bit awkward here, so let me go here, SA2. We're already up to a bad start, I'll be honest, but this is going to be like a test run just to show what we're really trying to do here. So with Yachiru, I like to go SA1 there, and then SA3 will take out those 2 waves, and then Soifun and SA1 into a 3 there is able to clear them up, and then that right there is 1 rotation. So now we just got to do that again and be a tad bit faster. Since we are 2 minutes in, or since we have 2 minutes in general, we do have to be really perfect with our placements of our strong attacks. So pretty good there. Let's SA3. Sometimes it's hard to get into the right position with Yachiru and that SA3. But that's why, you know, using the SA3 into 1 isn't honestly too bad. Byakuya's SA1 comes out super quick, and sometimes it can be a bit awkward where you don't actually one-shot the enemy since we don't have an increased chance to inflict stars on it. But it's fine. It's fine. That enemy somehow tanking a max strength center Yatsu. Surprising. There we go. Let's go here. SA2. Didn't position myself well with the SA3, but that's fine. Second rotation done, and now it comes down to the last 20 seconds, right? We have to be kind of perfect here. And I'll be honest, I haven't really found the time to use my sub bomb, because the strong attacks kind of just do enough. Let's use our SA2 or SA1 into the 3. Then 2. This right here is about to be a new PB for me, actually. There we go. SA1 into the 3. Then 2. And then quickly flash step into stage 25. We got into stage 25. But that's overall only going to make our stage clearance 24. So what we need to do is save enough time. And in Byakuya's case, we're not going to take that long. We can actually use our sub bomb in stage 25 to get into 26. And that will give us the overall stage clearance as 25, right? We only need to save like 5+ seconds. And we made a lot of mistakes there in these particular runs. Like 1 second saved in 4 stages is probably enough for us to get into the next stage. So it is that close when it comes to trying to get as far as you can. And that's why Soifon is almost a must-have. Not to get all the rewards, anyone can do that. But if you're someone like me that just wants to take it as far as possible, that's why Soifon is great to have, just so we can spam all our strong attacks. If you don't have Soifon, your next best bet is just to bring 3 characters that can recharge their strong attacks in between stages naturally. Like Yuha, for example, in slot 2 would actually be really good. Now, one thing you might notice too is that you don't get any badges in this particular quest. And at the same time, on our profile, it's not added to the overall list. And that gives me more reason to assume we are going to get a second set of Limit Breaker quests in the month of October. But let's try that once more, right? Let's try that once more. The maps themselves, I actually do like that we are in this area, because actually it's a really cool map, by the way. But sometimes I kind of forget what strong attacks to use. Sometimes I kind of forget what stage I'm even on. Like that, for example, it's not really the best, and I did that twice in a row now. Using my strong attacks in the wrong position. Terrible SA3, by the way, but the SA1, I guess, does save it. Let's go SA2 downwards. And then 1. I need to improve on that stage because this stage right there is where Soifon doesn't have any, you know, recharge, right? In between stages. Now everyone gets to spam their strong attacks. So now we can be super fast. And again, we only need to save like a couple seconds, right? Well, we're not doing the best right now, I will be honest. First rotation done at 1 minute and 13 seconds. Seems kind of average. We'll see how it goes. Let's go hit SA3. Going into this one, I believe this is, yeah, this is the stage where there's a line. I keep messing up. I shouldn't have to use 3 strong attacks now. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, and in this case, yeah, see, it's the same map for Soifon. Or is it? I actually don't know. It just feels like this whole area is a maze. Alright, there we go. And honestly, I don't even get time to use Byakuya's EX. I don't know if I would want to be honest. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Let's just see how far we can make it anyway. Luckily, the SA2 does finish up those mobs. So 23 seconds to go. On to our 3rd rotation. Can we do it? Even though I feel like we're maybe doing worse now. SA3 there. SA1 into the 3. Then 2. That's like the only stage where we should be having to use 3 strong attacks, to be honest. Okay, same as last time then, right? Literally like the exact same. Like we literally get into stage 25 on the final frame. We were a tad bit faster on certain stages, especially near the end. We definitely locked in a tad bit in the end, right? But the start was definitely way slower than it should have been. So let's go back into it once more and see if we can get into stage 25. All right then, so let's make this our final run of the day, of the video. And it's going to be our final one, even though I just made a mistake there. Because this is the run where we get to stage 25. Most of stage 26, right? We need to get into stage 26. That's SA3. That SA3 on Byakuya, his SA3 and 1 come out really fast. It feels very good using it, I will be honest. And we're going to showcase the character later today, by the way. He's been a whole lot of fun, honestly. And like, I love the idea of like a powerful Byakuya. He's honestly deserved a character like this. But not at the expense of Rukia and also Renji, right? But we're not here to talk about that right now. That's SA3. There we go. So I guess I can use my SA2 and also 1, then 3. Either is good. So in this case, I feel like we're a tad bit faster. If only like a second or two faster. Okay, let's go here. SA3. That one straight forwards. Again, this stage I can one-shot the SA3, but sometimes I kind of forget. There we go. We actually can attack both. We can actually hit all three of the waves there. That's not too bad. There we go. Stage 17 looking good. SA3 into the 1. Unfortunately, enemies are left alive. The EX, though, does drag us into the next stage, so we'll take that. We didn't get affected with stat element, so Soifun should be able to heal herself back up to full stamina next time she is available. SA3. Never mind, we weren't able to get back up to full stamina. Does that ruin the run? At this point, it is Soifun ruining it for me. Hopefully, the run is still on. I think we're good, right? That's SA3. Okay, here we go. SA1 upwards. Soul Bomb. Into the 3. There we go. We done it. We've only gone and done it. And to be fair, we actually can get into stage 27. Like, we can literally use a strong attack 2 there. If I didn't get hit with Soifun, we could have used our SA2 there, got into stage 27, and then we would have got a stage 26 clearance record. But do I want that? I kind of like having numbers like this. Just 25 just feels like a good number to have. So in my own time, if I do want to get to stage 26, I might do that. I definitely can. Again, had I saved like an extra second there, Soifun in stage 18 keeps ruining it for me, I'll be honest. Like, if we got that down to 5 seconds, we could have gotten to stage 26. But I feel like I'm happy with stage 25. I think, though, stage 26 might be the cap unless you do have a max transcended Soifun. And to be fair, that's not even a Soifun fault. It's just you only have 2 minutes, right? You can only do so much in 2 minutes. And right now, it seems like the cap for most people is going to be around 25, 26 if you do have a similar team like this. With that said, though, let's go ahead and claim all the rewards. I actually kind of forgot I didn't claim them. And I felt like I was getting low on transcendent points, so I'm gladly taking those. And again, also the 50 orbs, which I might need because, there's a potential chance that was mid-month, right? We spoke about it yesterday. We are getting a Quincy ticket that can actually give you 1,000 G-Battle characters in the middle of the month when a mid-month releases. And since we know we're getting a character with that new Stars Omen, I feel like Giselle's have a chance to be a mid-month. And hopefully that doesn't mean Giselle's going to be a bad character. That's not guaranteed, though. Could be anyone else, but who knows? But there you go. It's stage 25 played in the most recent Limit Breaker quest. Again, we might be getting a second one later this month. So for anyone upset that we have gotten 300,000 less Transcendence points, that might be the reason why. But again, I'm not too picky with it. This is a question for beginners. If beginners can have fun in a quest they can't usually play, I honestly can't complain myself. With that said, though, we might do a few more videos in the future before this quest does leave, trying out even older characters, right? This might be our only time to use some really old characters to see how far we can take it. But right now, this is the video that we usually do, going as far as we possibly can. And right now, my limit seems to be around 25 and 26. In the comments below, let me know how far you guys did get. I'm curious to know. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.